great day here, windy and hot. Well, not really hot, but shorts and a t-shirt. I'm in the wife beater. Leaving the gym, hurt the foot the other day, kicking the shit out of the big punching bag. And I'm glad to see that I healed after maybe a day and a half. Had to take yesterday off, but today I got back in there, and the power of healing, eat less, eat better stuff, and then sleep really good, right? And don't overdo it. There's no point in trying to train through pain. If you're hurt, you need to heal, or you're just going to go backwards, unless you're like isolating certain groups of muscles that you want to get gains in. All right, I'm going to switch this off and start over on another rant. So if you see this one, it's my fitness tips for the day. All right, so I'm back again here, leaving the gym. I find that I have some of my best revelations while I'm working out. Also riding the bike too, and I usually microdose some little shrooms, maybe a little wachuma, just to get the old colors, contrasted out pretty good. Hey, the land of buzzing. Down here in the South, especially Florida, the grift is so blatantly obvious, which is why it's irritating to my soul to be here more than, 4 or 5 weeks, and I'm bitching and complaining. My friends can see it in my face. So I go to think as I'm in the gym looking at all the older people, and I'm glad to see anybody not riding a battery-powered buggy or fucking bike. United States is just a bunch of gluttonous, unhealthy people, and it's sad. It's not even really their fault other than their consensual, mindset of not knowing they're getting ass blanked, thinking that, the people that are making money off them and pillaging off of their energy and harvesting them have no allegiance to, let's see if this guy's I'm gonna let him go, man. If you can just put your brake on for 2 seconds, dude, you're gonna get to the fucking red light at the same time as me. Tex. So anyways, I'm just gonna stay in this bright lane. Okay, so anyways, what I've noticed is that the older crowd, the boomers especially, they're in panic mode. The ones that have woken up a little bit, right? When I say woke up, I'm obviously speaking in high-level, archaic, errant, simulacrum master, layman's terms. I don't know what's going on here. I just lost a whole 2-minute rant coming. Just going to talk a little bit about the health crisis here we have. And now they're, the government, obviously criminals that they are, you have to really be a scumbag to be deeply involved in any kind of high-level politics. Kind of like lawyers, let's just be real here. Everyone here is parasiting off somebody else's misfortune. That's not the way to run a good society. It never has been. Go to the gym regularly right now before I go on this next adventure. The Cherry Popping Express to Las Vegas, which would be my first time there. Why not, baptism by fire? And I'm pretty sure the only cherry that'll be getting popped is one of Starsky's hemorrhoids. So we'll wait and find out. I'm proud of those gals that get out and actually ride a real bicycle, like turning their legs in the wind. They're not inside a gym where there's no nature working against you, because what happens on these machines anyways is they're set up to get as close as the better the machine, the more close it is to a real life lift or movement that you'll actually need in real life. Most of it though is just muscle puff. I'm not saying that it won't make you stronger, but it's not going to win you any fights. It's definitely not going to get you up a mountain any faster on a bicycle or running. That's fitness. That's a whole different arena. They're apples and oranges. They're still fucking cousins, but they're different. So, I get it, but most people are just lacking serious mobility. The only gym you really need in the beginning is a yoga mat, some motivation, a lot of discipline, right? Because discipline trumps motivation every day. That's why I'm still here making videos like this to help anybody that wants some advice from somebody that knows what the fuck they're talking about. My resume isn't the type of resume that you turn into LA Fitness to get the general manager gig. I like to indulge late at night. I'm not a late night guy, but every once in a while I gotta let my hair down. What's left of it. Nobody's giving her $1. No malpractice still, just more tyranny. They had her on opiates. and Xanax, and they were giving her like half the pharmacy. So I put a stop to all that because my mom loves me enough to know that I went through that same shit. And for us to have a healthy relationship, it's the shoes goes on both feet. We couldn't have a healthy relationship without when I was using drugs, even though I was doing it recreational and to cope with mental problems. My mom was using it because she was legitimately hurting. Her back, her knees, she's really, she's had a tough go with injuries throughout her life, and gaining weight is not helping that. But what are you supposed to do when you're already hurt and you're laid up, and you wait too long? So the body as it ages, it's like a golf ball. Those rubber if you ever cut open a golf ball and bounce it, all those rubber bands will expand and explode, and it'll just take off. So it's kind of like what our body does is as we age, especially if you're like me and you're getting really good sleep, because all of the real gains at any time in your life, no matter what your fitness goals are happen in the kitchen and in the bedroom. Mainly the kitchen, because what you eat, and more importantly, what we don't eat, when we eat, how much we eat, all of that is extremely important to each individual and whatever goals they're pursuing at the time. However, the bedroom is a broader spectrum because a lot more shit happens in the bedroom. And I know the dirty minds, we all like to just tear the low-hanging fruit, and they're talking about having sex, which is a great exercise, especially if you're seriously in love with your partner and you're all about the energetic connection, not just the meat suit. Two savage carnal beasts humping each other like we're out in the Serengeti. We're human. Let's put some love, since we're capable of that by divine inheritance. We should have that as our priority. Everything else will fall into place after that. Trust me. When you really love somebody, true love, you see past a lot of stuff that the fakers take very seriously, superficial stuff. But you just got to get off your butt, and you gotta sleep good. You got to get off your butt during the day, and then you got to sleep good at night. Right? You got to make sure you're getting good, quiet sleep. And if you can't, then you have a problem, because it's going to hold you back. And we're all only as good as our weakest link, no matter what it is we're doing. If it's a physical mission, a spiritual mission, a mental mission, or the Holy Trinity, which is all three all the time, which is what I strive for. You have to know your balance. You have to set your own. President. All right, just checking in on you.